Hello friends. Illustration number 8. Discuss the intensity of transmitted light when a Polaroid sheet is rotated between two crossed Polaroids. So, here the Polaroid sheet is rotated between two cross Polaroid. So here we consider first Polaroid is like here. First Polaroid is like this. This is the pass axis. Now here there are two crossed Polaroid. So second one is like this. This is the pass axis. Now the sentence is when a Polaroid sheet is rotated between two cross Polaroid. So here this is first Polaroid. Here one Polaroid sheet is rotated between two crossed Polaroid. So second Polaroid is this, right? This is second and this is third, right? Now here we have to find out the intensity. So see here, the first intensity is I1 is equals to I0, right? We know that. But here in second case, see here, this is the Malau's law. Here the Polaroid 2 and this is Polaroid 1. So here the pass axis of Polaroid 2 makes an angle theta. You can see that with pass axis of Polaroid 1. So here intensity of Polaroid 2 is I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta, because we know that I is equals to I0 cos square theta, Malau's law. But here this is the second Polaroid and this is first. So the output is I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta. Right. Now see here, for third one, here this is for Polaroid 1, this is for Polaroid 2. Here the angle is theta, here total angle is pi by 2, right? So this Polaroid 2, this is the pass axis of Polaroid 2 and this pass axis of Polaroid 3. So this angle is pi by 2 minus theta, right? So the intensity of Polaroid 3 is I3 is equals to input is I2, right? So I2 cos square, instead of theta angle is pi by 2 minus theta, right? Once again, a પહેલો Polaroid, so એનું output intensity I1 is equals to I0. But see this second Polaroid, તો આપણે Malau's law માં ભણ્યા કે જે સેકન્ડ પોલરાઇડની પાસ એક્સિસ છે ફર્સ્ટ પોલરાઇડની પાસ એક્સિસ સાથે આ એંગલ થીટા બનાવે. So આ એંગલ જો થીટા હોય તો we know that intensity I is equals to I0 cos square theta. But આ જે સેકન્ડ પોલરાઇડ છે એ 2 નંબર છે તો ઇન્ટેન્સિટી I ની જગ્યાએ I2 અને I0 ની જગ્યાએ I1. So I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta. હવે આ થર્ડ પોલરાઇડ માટે આ જુઓ, આ ફર્સ્ટની પાસ એક્સિસ, આ સેકન્ડ પોલરાઇડની પાસ એક્સિસ. સો અહીંયા એંગલ થીટા, તો પાસ એક્સિસ ઓફ પોલરાઇડ 2 અને પાસ એક્સિસ ઓફ પોલરાઇડ 3, તો આ એંગલ કેટલો થાય? તો પાઈ બાય 2 માંથી થીટા માઇનસ, સો પાઈ બાય 2 માઇનસ થીટા. સો થર્ડ પોલરાઇડની ઇન્ટેન્સિટી I3, ઇનપુટમાં I2 આવે તો I2 cos square instead of theta angle pi by 2 minus theta. So we can write that from the figure I1 is equals to I0, equation number 1, right? I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta, or we can say I0 cos square theta, number 2. And I3 is equals to I2 cos square pi by 2 minus theta. But we know that I2 is equals to I0 cos square theta, right? So I3 is equals to value of I2 I0 cos square theta, right? Because you can see that from equation 2 I2 is equals to I0 cos square theta. So I2 I0 cos square theta into cos square pi by 2 minus theta. We can say that from equation 2, right? But we know that cos pi by 2 minus theta is sin theta. So but cos pi by 2 minus theta is equals to sin theta. So here cos square pi by 2 minus theta. So we get sin square theta, right? So I3 is equals to I0 cos square theta sin square theta, right? So the intensity I3 is equals to I0 cos square theta sin square theta. But in standard 10 in trigonometry, you know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. So but 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta, right? So we can say that sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta by 2, right? So see here, I3 is equals to I0 cos square theta sin square theta. So here we square both sides, so we get sin square theta cos square theta is equals to here sin square 2 theta divided by 4, right? So this is equation number 3. So here in equation number 3 we put the value of sin square theta cos square theta. The value is sin square 2 theta by 4. So we get from equation number 3 I3 is equals to I0 sin square 2 theta divided by 4, right? So this is the intensity, right? Again see here, discuss the intensity of transmitted light when a polarized solid sheet is rotated between two crossed polaroid. So a first polaroid, a third polaroid અને એની વચ્ચે second polaroid move થશે, right? So first ની intensity I1 is equals to I0, second ની I is equals to I0 cos square theta. The second એટલે I2 instead of I0 or I1 as you wish. So I2 is equals to I1 cos square theta or I0 cos square theta. Intensity of third polaroid, તો આ જુઓ, આ ફર્સ્ટ પોલોરાઇડની પાસ એક્સિસ, આ સેકન્ડ, તો આ એંગલ થીટા, ટોટલ એંગલ પાઈ, તો આ સેકન્ડ પોલોરાઇડની પાસ એક્સિસ અને આ થર્ડ, તો આ એંગલ કેટલો થાય, તો પાઈ બાય 2 માઇનસ થીટા. ઇક્વેશન ખબર જ છે, I ઇઝ ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ I0 cos સ્ક્વેર થીટા. તો થર્ડ પોલરાઇડ માટે I3 ઇઝ ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ ઇનપુટ ઇન્ટેન્સિટી કોની, સેકન્ડ પોલરાઇડ, તો I2 cos સ્ક્વેર એંગલ પાઈ બાય 2 માઇનસ થીટા. આ જ લખ્યું આપણે કે I1 ઇઝ ઇક્વલ્સ ટુ I0, I2 I1 cos સ્ક્વેર થીટા ઓર I0 cos સ્ક્વેર થીટા. I3 is equals to I2 cos square pi by 2 minus theta. But value of I2 I0 cos square theta. So I3 I0 cos square theta cos square pi by 2 minus theta. But cos pi by 2 minus theta એટલે sin theta. So I3 is equals to I0 cos square theta. But cos square pi by 2 minus theta is sin square theta. But in trigonometry, you know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. So sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta by 2. But we have to find out the value of sin square theta cos square theta. So here, as we take this square on both sides, so sin square theta cos square theta is equals to sin square 2 theta upon 4. So from equation 3, I3 is equals to I0. Value of sin square theta cos square theta is sin square 2 theta by 4. So intensity I3 is equals to I0 sin square 2 theta by 4, or I3 is equals to I0 by 4 into sin square 2 theta, as you wish. Okay. Now polarization by scattering. The question is like this: explain polarization by scattering. Friends, this question is already asked in the board exam which is held in 2020, right? So we know that if we rotate a Polaroid, then there will be a change in intensity, right? It will be increase or decrease. So the light from a clear blue portion of the sky shows a rise and fall of intensity when viewed through a Polaroid which is rotated, right? So we already discussed in last example, when a Polaroid is rotated, there will be a change in intensity, right? Now, because sunlight which has changed its direction on encountering the molecules of Earth atmosphere, this is called scattering. We already discussed about scattering, right? So because sunlight which has changed its direction on encountering the molecule of Earth's atmosphere is known as the scattering. Now we know that the sunlight is unpolarized light because sunlight is in all the direction, right? So the incident sunlight is unpolarized. So the dot which stands for polarization perpendicular to the plane, and the double arrow shows the polarization of the plane. Here you can see in this figure, these are the dots which represent the polarization perpendicular to the plane because it is inside the plane, and the double arrows which shows the polarization of the plane, right? Now, under the influence of the electric field of the incident wave, the electron molecules acquires component of the motion in both directions. It is obvious, due to electric field force occurs, right? So due to the influence of electric field, the electron molecules acquires component of motion in both sides. Now here we arrange observer at the 90 degree. So here the charges accelerating parallel to the double arrows do not radiate energy towards the observer, since their acceleration has no transverse component. So here you have to remember this thing. Here the charges accelerating parallel to the double arrows do not radiate energy towards the observer, so their acceleration has no transverse component. So friends, you have to remember this sentence, right? I repeat once again. Charges accelerating parallel to the double arrows do not radiate energy towards observer, since their acceleration has no transverse component. Now, the radiation scattered by the molecules is represented by the dots, right? It is polarized perpendicular to the plane of the figure. So this explains the polarization of the scattered light. So see here, the charges accelerating parallel to the double arrows, the charges which are parallel to the double arrows, double arrows does not radiate energy, so their acceleration has no component. So here the acceleration has no component, so the radiation scattered by the molecules is represented by these dots. So here these are in the same direction, so we can say that here polarization occurs. So this is the polarization by the scattering, right? I repeat once again. We know that if we move Polaroid by some angle, then there will be a change in intensity. we know about scattering. Now we know that a sunlight is polarized light. So the dot which is stand for the polarization perpendicular to the plane, and the double arrows shows the polarization of the plane. Now what happens? Under the influence of the electric field, the electron acquires a component of motion in both directions. Here we placed an observer at angle 90. Now what happened? The charge is accelerating parallel to the double arrows do not radiate energy. So acceleration has no transverse component. So due to this, the radiation scattered by the molecule represented by the dots. So this is the polarized light. So this is the polarization by scattering. Now the scattering of light by molecules was investigated by the C.V. Raman, right? And due to this, C.V. Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930 for this work. I repeat once again, the scattering of light by molecules was investigated by C.V. Raman, and C.V. Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930 for this work. Okay, thank you.